Meg Griffin gets treated like absolute garbage, and honestly, the show doesn't even try to hide it. She's been abandoned in space, sold at a human auction, and literally erased from existence by her own dad. Her family forgets her birthday, replaces her with a wooden cutout, and celebrates when she's not around. But here's the thing. Meg isn't hated because she's a bad character. She's hated because the writers designed her that way on purpose. And somehow, this is all played for laughs. So today, we're breaking down exactly why Meg became Family Guy's ultimate punching bag, and why it works so well. Let's start with the obvious. Meg is the designated loser of the Griffin family. In early seasons, she was just awkward, a normal teenage girl with normal problems. But around season 3, the writers had a realization. Every chaotic sitcom needs someone to absorb the damage, a pressure valve that lets everyone else be more ridiculous. That person became Meg. Peter tells her to her face, "Meg, who let you back in the house?" Lois forgets she exists. Chris uses her death for social clout. Even Brian, the supposed moral compass, barely acknowledges her. The family doesn't just ignore Meg, they actively celebrate when she's gone. And once the writers committed to this, every episode found new ways to make it worse.
It's like my room at home.
Yeah, except for all the trophies and pictures of friends.
Take the episode where Meg finally gets some authority, babysitting Stewie. Stewie immediately rebels, threatens to flush her retainer, poops on things, and straight up tells her she's scary. When she gives him a timeout, he runs away and gets adopted by a random woman on the street. 6 hours later, Meg realizes she forgot about him. That's like a 20-year prison sentence in toddler time. And when they find Stewie, he's genuinely terrified of her. This baby who builds time machines is scared of Meg. Even when she tries to be responsible, she traumatizes people. That's the joke.
Hey, now you heard Mom say I'm in charge, so I just want to lay a few
Or the time a hypnotic cat takes control of Meg's brain. A stray wanders in through a hole Peter left in the wall. Meg names it Poutsy. Except Poutsy has toxoplasmosis, a brain parasite that literally controls Meg's mind. Brian tries to warn her, but she dismisses him. "You were never there for me when I needed you." Fair point, actually. Brian's a terrible dog. Poutsy digs her claws into Meg's skin, takes control, and drags her out to become a crazy cat lady. The family doesn't notice she's gone until Brian points it out. And who saves her? Quagmire, by sacrificing himself to become the new cat lady. The family's creepy neighbor cares more about Meg than her own parents. Let that sink in.
And I sense danger with Poutsy.
Look, you may be our family dog.
Meg saves Stewie from drowning and gets hired as a lifeguard. Finally, some respect. A place without constant abuse. No more abuse from my family. In fact, no family at all. Then Peter shows up. "I got a discount season pass. I'll be here all day, every day." And just like that, peace is over. Peter and the guys ignore every rule. When Meg tries to kick them out, Peter drowns himself on purpose just to mess with her. She has to give her own father CPR. The whole town sees it on the news. Local man revived by tonsil hockey with lifeguard Meg Griffin. Now she's technically married to her dad. Even when Meg succeeds, the universe finds a way to destroy her.
No more abuse from my family. In fact, no family.
Here's where things get genuinely sad. In a fistful of Meg, Meg agrees to carry a baby for Bruce and Jeffrey. 9 months later, she gives birth, somehow involving a Panda Express bag. And then, she can't let go. For the first time in her life, Meg has someone who needs her, someone who doesn't mock her or forgets she exists. So she lies. She tells them it's always a bad time to visit. She basically kidnaps their child because it's the only love she's ever known. When she finally gives the baby back, "You've completed our family. We have our baby, and we have you." So Meg gets to be the third wheel in someone else's happy ending. Yeah, that tracks.
Dad, I'm having Bruce and Jeffrey's baby.
That's one.
Quagmire and Meg. The title says it all. Meg turns 18. Quagmire immediately shoots his shot. Peter loses his mind. "You get away from my daughter, you pervert." For once, Peter actually parents. But Lois doesn't care at first. Even when Quagmire takes Meg to his sex cabin, which he literally calls the Stuff It Inn, Lois brushes it off. Peter and Lois arrive just in time, crisis averted. Except this whole thing could have been avoided if anyone had paid attention to Meg in the first place.
It paused me. Oh, fast forward, fast forward, fast forward.
every-
In the episode Lego My Mago, Meg goes to Paris for a semester abroad, gets kidnapped by human traffickers within hours. She calls home mid-abduction. Peter's advice? Hide under the bed, but leave 2 feet sticking out. Peter has the survival instincts of a turtle on its back. Dewey and Brian track her to a human auction. The auctioneer describes her as perfect for those who want to buy a sex slave, but don't want to spend sex money. That's dark, even for Family Guy. The show uses Meg's lack of value as a punchline in the most disturbing way possible. Plot twist, the buyer actually wants her to marry his son. No slavery, just an arranged marriage. She's about to have a fairy tale moment. Then Stewie bursts in to rescue her. Meg goes home. Stewie thinks he's the hero, when he actually just ruined her one chance at happiness.
And not to be his slave, but to be his wife.
Better Off Meg might be the darkest one. A girl dies in a car crash carrying Meg's ID, and everyone thinks Meg is dead. At the funeral, barely anyone shows up. Then Chris starts milking it for attention. Girls approach him. "I'm super sorry your sister is dead." Chris is thriving. So when Meg reveals she's alive, Chris kidnaps her and locks her in a warehouse to keep his popularity. Her own brother would rather let everyone think she's dead than lose his social status. Meg escapes out of pure spite and crashes her own funeral. The message is clear. Meg is more valuable to her family dead than alive.
Hey, Chris.
Meg, are you alive?
3 acts of God. Peter gets 1 wish from God. 1 miracle. Financial security? Help for his family? Nope. He wishes Meg never existed. God snaps his fingers, Meg vanishes. The family doesn't even notice. They just keep going with life as normal. Even God thinks Meg is disposable.
What's happening?
Don't look at her. Don't look at her. It's okay.
So why does Family Guy treat Meg this way? Simple. The show needs someone to absorb all the chaos so everyone else can be worse. Seth MacFarlane said it himself. Someone has to be the least popular. That's Meg. And it works. Meg being the punching bag lets Peter, Lois, and the others be terrible without breaking the show's logic. She's the shock absorber for the entire series. But here's the genius part. Meg never quits. She keeps showing up, keeps trying, keeps hoping things will change. She's the most relatable character because everyone's felt like Meg at some point. Ignored, underestimated, forgotten. The difference is, Meg lives that nightmare every single day. So yeah, Meg Griffin is the most hated character in Family Guy, but maybe that's exactly why she's the most important one. If you made it this far, drop a like if you felt even a little bad for Meg, and let me know in the comments which Meg moment was the worst. And hey, if you enjoyed hanging out today, hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel more than you think, and it keeps these deep dive videos coming. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.